Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the BYU Cougars. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports. LaBelle Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Running inside, it's Martin.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Making side adjustments here. Right back to it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, BYU is a team that made it to the Big 12 title game a year ago. A big part of it was L.J. Martin and their ability running the football, but also what he was able to do catching it as well. Bachmeier back at quarterback, so this offense really expects to take the next step. But L.J. Martin, David, probably one of the better running backs in the country that maybe a lot of college football fans outside of the Big 12 don't really know about.
Yeah, I mean, he could catch it, he could make you miss, he could run you over. The injuries slowed him down a little bit a year ago. But another year of experience with Bear in the backfield, and that is a big Bear. That is a large Bear that can also run the football. Could be a great 1-2 punch that makes you pack a lunch and tackle some grown men for 60 minutes.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Keeps it on the draw. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Dropping back, it's Buckmeyer. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Irish! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
I mean, you talk about coming out as a defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man. It's Buckmeyer. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
BYU has this offense clicking. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Buckmeyer. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The run inside. It's Martin. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Running inside, it's Mobley. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the right. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They only need about the length of the football to convert on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is a guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Got enough for the 1st. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Away to find some room. Took a shot as he threw. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick release by the QB. Snowed under by the defense.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Now, 4th down.
The Cougars will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Takes the handoff. It's Mobley. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll keep it on the ground. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Throwing, Carr. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
He'll return it from the 50. Can they catch him? Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. A really disappointing end of that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Unloads it left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense now. They haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Unleashes one deep. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Now here's Carr. Escapes the pressure to his right. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the right. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Man, those sting, man. Third down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
Absolutely perfect. That brings them to within one.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Carr to throw. Working that left side now. Crosses the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him. And you just get it to him, and he does the rest. And that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
They'll run it on the counter, fighting off the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's second and short after a good run on first down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a third and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Carr above the noise. Wide open downfield. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Pumps it downfield. He makes the catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And he could not get loose on the run.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
QB draw. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Send the tight end in motion. Throwing. Carr. They've got the screen set up. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Still on his feet at the 45. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Irish use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Carr. Trying to burn this defensive back. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And he's not going to take the touchback. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our wraparound with Clemson taking on the number 11 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
And it's the Tigers with a double-digit lead. You can't count out the opposition, but I'd say the defense looks awfully stout so far.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
He's brought down at the 38. And that's a first down.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll run the counter. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to the run. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Now here's Carr. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
He'll run it again. Knocked off his feet.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quarterback making adjustments. Unloads to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. Here come the Irish back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, if they could stop the run, it was going to be really, really hard on the offense. And I just love the tenacity they're playing with right now. This front seven are flying around, getting to the ball carrier. This running back has had nowhere to go today.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Here's Carr to throw. Release to the back. He's got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was two guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
And it's no good after the miss. Still an 11-point game, guys.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
They'll start this drive from the 42. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the middle. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Fires to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield. You got to finish the play.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Moving out to the right. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The RPO, it's complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Carr makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. On the ground, it's Young. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Those are the types of plays that drive head coaches crazy because you practice these situations all the time. That's a bootleg fake. And part of the reason why they like to get the quarterbacks out on the perimeter is because at that point outside the pocket, if nothing's open, all you have to do is throw the football across the line of scrimmage out of bounds, and it's an incomplete pass. He forgot to throw the ball, and because of it, he takes a massive sack.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
On third and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
Field goal is good, and that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Number 35, set to kick this low.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Cougars will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Here's the pressure. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Motion from the wideout. Reads it, fires complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Run in the red zone, it's Martin. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, BYU! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? To throw, it's Buckmeyer. Takes the easy throw in the flat. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers the space out in the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
So now it's 2nd and long.
The defense getting home with the pass rush, playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right. He's got it. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Second and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. They'll go right back to him. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Touchdown, Cougars. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the two-point conversion. He gets into the end zone for the two, and we are tied coming down the stretch. He'll bring it out. It's Mobley. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
The run inside. It's Walton. Got a little grass. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Pucks it out of the air. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's Carr. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Bringing the heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. The holder will find a spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. And he got it! And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know, at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack,